Welcome back to my channel. What if I told you that a tiny coin, worth just 1 cent, has a history richer than most treasures and has even made millionaires? That's right. The humble US penny, the 1 cent coin, might be sitting quietly in your pocket, but its story is anything but ordinary. In this video, we're diving deep into the origins, the hidden value, and the incredible worth of America's smallest coin. Stay with us to find out how a single penny once sold for over $1 million, and why collectors still hunt for these shiny cents like modern-day gold. Let's rewind the clock. The story of the American 1 cent coin begins over 230 years ago, back in 1793. That's the year the United States Mint first produced the penny. The earliest design was known as the flowing hair cent. It was large, much larger than today's penny, and made of pure copper. It featured Lady Liberty with her long hair flowing in the wind, a symbol of the young nation's spirit and freedom. Back then, 1 cent could actually buy something. A loaf of bread? A cup of coffee? Not today, but in the 1800s, a penny held real power. As time passed, the penny evolved. The designs changed, materials changed, and so did its place in American life. Fast forward to 1909, and something iconic happened. That's when the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, commemorating the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face, and not just any face. Lincoln's profile quickly became one of the most recognized and respected symbols in American currency. That version has stayed with us ever since, with slight updates over the decades. But here's where it gets exciting: some pennies aren't just worth 1 cent. Some are worth hundreds, thousands, even over $1 million. Take the legendary 1943 copper penny. During World War II, copper was so vital to the war effort that the U.S. Mint made pennies out of steel for just 1 year. But a few copper blanks accidentally got used. Only a handful of 1943 copper pennies were ever made, and if you find one, you could be sitting on over $100,000. One even sold for $1.70 million. Or how about the 1955 double-die penny? This minting error caused the text and date to appear doubled, and collectors are willing to pay $2,000 to $15,000 for one in good condition. So how much money is out there? In just pennies? According to the U.S. Mint, there are more than 130 billion pennies in circulation today. If you stack them all, they'd reach the moon and back, more than once. In total, that's over $1.3 billion, just in 1 cent coins. And yet, it costs the US government more than 2 cents to make every penny. That's right, we spend money to lose money. That's why there's always debate about whether the penny should be retired for good. But many argue the penny is part of America's soul. It honors Lincoln. It's a piece of our past. And who hasn't picked one up from the ground, smiling at the idea of a little luck? Some see the penny as useless. But to collectors, historians, and even everyday dreamers, it's priceless. Every penny tells a story. A story of a nation growing, of people surviving wars and depressions, of innovation, mistakes, and treasures lost and found. So next time you see a 1 cent coin, don't just toss it aside. Check the date. Check the mint mark. Who knows? You might just be holding a rare piece of history, or your ticket to a small fortune. Although many vak does determine de wal you kaninja can easily determine de bailey afjup en amigo en de date met mark en greep de United States mine hus meetver de hun dutzers mans en de us has made to measure dutz of pennies a light sent on de smans en de langs enzer date in dating 50s hebben en olien en dime much bigger, and he het bijna elkerent penny type dus man sent of you highlights and signal collection dat unique information or valium school of recommend that you find and scorn. Dealer to help you evaluate Ben Tesla fans have mine Idavrian fried is van ons deed and sweat and be prize using an online price guide. You want maximum money for them that menu up and die tid if you can. I is this news and to white be it will be about the same size as the ones way you do they do it might be a tiny bit he via the United States mine car clean max owen cent coins ons and plan I it's dat hebik inlier of pure coppin. Covering the Indian service Ben J. Smint het begun mine 10 et toin we made of salad. Kopenut Brandis Hello is slightly heavier than Dakar and zinc play total ud had de Munten Scar and Twi using what is mine Lincoln Memorial Pen Uwet Lincoln Memorial Pen Dienes al de den het 1915 and de cat and 10 have portrait and Flink Newman Cider de Lincoln Memorial Building on the other way we made of nar die 5% Koppen and de 19e tattoo gilly mine 10e die to the composition with change the 97.5% Sinquida Tim Kappenplating Zod at UW Hart and in Sweden het 19e Domi Dove. Boot metal tight van mijn 10 tree and duty day of fuspiens on Medo ons Lessingmost Lincoln Memorial Pen is on the word face Bailey and less PHP Dutchen Kappen las van de Mint in Doot wasen in 9 de us mine t-shirt special Coleman routes owen soap and Dianston celebrate de 100 and very of President Lincoln's wart and de Lincoln sound design Lincoln sense enjoy de soldier populaire day which mine sen payen. Valium studies incredibly popular Penny etcha.